Good evening, and welcome to Hopkinton High School for tonight's varsity boys basketball game between the visiting Westwood Wolverines and the hometown Hopkinton Hillers. Before we get into tonight's starting lineups, we wanted to take a few minutes to recognize one of our student athletes who was recently recognized by the MIAA as their Student Athlete of the Month. So I'd like to turn it over to Rob Pearl and Tara Bennett from the MIAA.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight to present this special award. The MIAA has over 370 member schools and 235,000 student athletes that compete and participate. Out of those, there are 16 student athletes of the month recognized from September through April. So very happy to be here tonight to present this special award to Bianca Powell. I ask Bianca to please come forward. I'm going to embarrass her a little bit, but her resume is quite impressive for a high school student. Bianca was nominated for this award because of her involvement with unified basketball. She's a track athlete. Sorry. She also is a highly successful student, and her teachers recommended her for this because she's always passionate, caring, thinks about others, and always has a smile on her face. I can see it. I know it's there. Her coach, Jay Golden, recommended her highly for her spirit and what she's done and accomplished. Besides here as a student athlete, Bianca also volunteers at one of the rescue facilities in Hopkinton, and she helps out with special needs students. So we really appreciate her efforts and what she's done. Tonight we're going to recognize Bianca a couple of different ways. First of all, the sign. But also, every time we present a student at the state championship, we award them medals for their accomplishments. So tonight I have a medal for Bianca. Would you mind putting it on her? We also have a plaque that Bianca took care of. She's going to carry everything. MIA t-shirt. And a backpack that she can use for her future. Bianca, you should be very proud of your accomplishment. We really appreciate everything that you've done for Hopkinton, but also as a student athlete representing your school and your community. Coaches, I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And again, congratulations, Bianca.
Congratulations again to Bianca. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Wolverines. Number 5, senior, Russell Dolabany. Number 10, senior, R.J. Cawley. Number 11, senior, Kyle Murray. Number 12, junior, Brendan Donegan. And number 23, senior, Michael Newton. The Wolverines are coached by Pat Harris, Jack Kiley, and head coach Ryan Douglas. And now for the hometown Hopkinton Hillers. At forward, number 35, sophomore, Sam Pincatera. At forward, number 20, junior, Evan Marizini. At guard, number 3, senior captain, Caleb Graham. At guard, number 10, senior captain, Nate Casper. And at guard, number 15, senior captain, Nick Pahara. The Hillers are coached by Scotty Mackin, Jay Golden, Cheney Gaudette, Chris Banks, and head coach, Tom Keene. If you would now please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome into the Hopkinton High School Athletics Center. You are tuned in to Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Basketball on HCAM. Tom Nappy alongside Wally Henneberry on the call. Andy Ritz, our one-man crew tonight, as the 11-4 Hillers battle the 9-7 Westwood Wolverines. Both teams on a 2-game winning streak. Both teams likely into the postseason. But right now, trying to get some wins for seeding, and this is a huge TVL large matchup tonight, Wally.
Yeah, we're late in the season here. Both teams are doing well. Both teams had little win streaks going that they had broken, and now they're starting to get them started back up again. So we'll see who can keep it going.
Evan Marazimi up against Brandon Donegan on the tip-off, and the Hillers working left to right in their home white jerseys. Westwood in the green. Rayham for three. No good. It's batted around, and Paharic gathers it up over to Marazimi, and he puts it in.
Yeah, great job, great vision there to see Marazimi under the hoop.
Nice start for the Hillers. Taking it up for the Wolverines, R.J. Colley. Colley gets it over to...
Got a guy underneath it wide open. They didn't see him.
Up top now, over to the wing, Noon. Noon sends it up top to Murray. Murray down the lane, kicks it out. Up for three, Colley, no good. Pantera with the rebound.
A nice one-handed rebound.
Casper taking it in, and he draws contact. We'll get R.J. Colley with his first foul. First foul of the game for either team. Nate Casper at the line for the Hillers. And he hits the first. He had a good game against Holliston, scored a team-leading 21 points. He averages about 18 points per game. The team-leading score for the Hillers.
That was a big win against Holliston the other day.
They got a big win against Holliston, and then on the road in Ashland, another big win. 67-29 win over Holliston, then 59-44 over Ashland.
It's nice to get those wins over your border rivals.
Absolutely. Colley feeds it over. And along the corner, Murray takes it in, kicks it out. Colley trying to work his way in, sends it to the corner, up for three, and no good. It is batted in the air, and it's stripped away by Casper, and the Hillers have it off the missed Noon shot. And now it's stolen away by Colley. A good interception there. Murray up for the jumper. No good, but he draws foul.
Yep. Looks like that's going to be on Casper. His first.
One foul apiece for these two teams. Colley hits the first. R.J. Colley, a senior. This Westwood team, a lot of seniors on the roster. They have 6 seniors, and he hits both.
I think that's actually Murray, Kyle Murray with those.
Ah, excuse me.
Yeah, it's tough when the numbers are sideways. 10s and 11s look the same.
Yes. Nice feed up into the lane. Dolabaney with the finish.
Good look up there.
Here comes Casper. Casper working his way in, trying to get it over, able to find Rayham. Rayham for the jumper. Ooh. No. Westwood collects. Noon pulls it down. Up the near side of Dolabaney, up for three. No good. Batted in the air. Paharic has it. Paharic takes it in. Looking for the contact there. Didn't get it. Pantera stripped away. It'll stay with the Hillers. Cole Diesenroth into the game, along with Thomas Ingle Chatton. Ingle Chatton to Marazimi. Pantera trying to get it underneath. Goes off of Casper. Grabbed by Ingle Chatton to the rack. Oh, yes.
Great opportunistic play right there. Ball bounces crazily off someone's head. He gets right to him, and he takes no effort to go right to the hoop with it.
Colley feeds it over. Westwood trying to find a way into the interior along the baseline now. Up for the lane, no good by Murray. Hillers get it back.
Good defense on that shot. Straight up in the air, hands straight up, doesn't try to go after the player. Ooh, that's tough.
Yeah, offensive charge on Marazimi. Colley taking it up for Westwood. Under 5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. 6-4 Hillers lead. Dolabany trying to kick it out. Stolen away by Casper. Casper to the bucket. Yes, and the foul.
They're going to call that an offensive, I think.
Oh, they will.
Yep.
That's a rough one.
Yeah, that's too bad.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, the kid got there real late to get position. I mean, maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but it's a bang-bang play right there. And a lot of times you let that go. That usually goes to the foul will go on the defense.
Knocking down a three, Russell Dolabany. He has 5 early points. Casper feeds it over. Decent-Roth trying to get it into Marazimi.
Yeah,
tipped
tried
away.
To force it.
Murray taking it to the rack. Up with the underhand. No good. Pantera pulls down the board. Up to Marazimi now.
Good outlet. Another offensive foul.
Wow.
On Marazimi. That's 2 offensive fouls on him. I think he really laid out very well to try to avoid the contact. And the guy, I don't want to say the F word, no flopping, but I thought Evan Marazimi did a good job of trying to avoid contact there.
That's 4 fouls on the Hillers.
3 offensive.
Colley with the ball. Around the top of the perimeter they go. Now into the interior, up for the shot, and good is Kyle Murray. A little hesitation before it fell through. Casper kicks it out. Engel Chatton up for the jumper. No good. And Westwood has it, collected by Dolabany. Over to Colley. Feeds it over the corner. Noon knocks it down. We get a timeout. 3:27 left to go. Westwood finds themselves up by 6.
Yeah, good timeout call right there. He doesn't want to let it get away from him too early. It's still close. Just real early. I kind of like it, actually.
Wolverines already with 3 different point scores. Hillers also with 3 different point scores. Russell Dolabany, he'll be a player to watch in this game, as well as Kyle Murray, who's fresh off a 22-point performance against Millis. And Pat Cassavant, another guy you'll likely see for Westwood if he's active. There are a couple of players not active for the Wolverines. He had 8 points in their win against Millis. But a nice early timeout to try to calm the team down a little bit. And I think a couple of those offensive fouls could have went certainly either way, but it didn't go the Hillers' way.
Right, I agree.
Schnorr on the entry to Iannelli. Iannelli feeds it over to Schnorr. Good pass back and forth, Schnorr. Over to Iannelli.
They're trying to force it into Pantera. Nice kick out.
Decent-Roth. Schnorr, Iannelli going to take it in. Up for the jumper. No. Schnorr pulls down the board. Engel Chatton for the jumper. No, it'll fall out. Pantera stripped away. And Dolabany just able to stay in bounds. Noon with it.
Some good offensive rebounding there by the Hillers. Got some good open short-range jumpers. And sometimes those are the hardest ones to hit.
Hillers will have the entry. And I like the Hillers schedule as we near the end of the season. A lot of tough opponents, and it really gets you playoff ready.
Yeah, you definitely want to be tested.
And they'll have
battle tested, right?
Right. Oh, off a decent Roth, out of bounds, Westwood ball. And they'll have a good Wayland team next week, and that's a playoff opponent they've seen quite a few times in the last few years.
Yeah, Wayland's usually very good.
But no sectionals this year, so it could be a totally different situation than we're used to.
Oh, a double dribble, or they're going to call a travel. Same thing. Nice turnover for Hopkinton.
Schnorr on the entry to Diesenroth. Westwood backing off the press for now. Iannelli feeds it over. Fatahi over to Diesenroth along the baseline, up and no good. Rebound, Max Jacobson. Ifrah with it. Eli Ifrah up for the jumper. Yes, decided to go in.
Got the shooter's roll there.
Under 2 minutes left to go. Schnorr to Diesenroth. Feeds it back to Schnorr. Takes it in, thought about it. Around the horn they go. Engel Chatton, no.
Oh yeah, good hustle there. Ooh, I thought he stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, that was a close one. I'm not sure if Jacobson's foot went out of bounds before he was able to get the ball away. Ifrah.
Good D.
Trying to feed it
saw
underneath.
The guy, sorry, they're trying to cut the guy going baseline, and who's that? Engel Chatton saw it and at the last second and played good defense on the line there.
On the entry, it'll be Noon. Michael Noon, a senior for Westwood, multi-sport athlete. With it now, Donegan, or make that Ifrah. Over to the wing, Dolabany taking it in, gets it through, nice pass.
Yeah, good interior passing there.
But Jacobson ran into trouble, tossed it out of bounds. Was the last touch by a Hiller?
They're calling it Hiller ball.
I think one of the defenders in front of Dolabany got a hand on it.
One ref called it for Hillers, the other one overruled him, I guess.
Ifrah for the jumper, and he's good on the fadeaway.
Another roll.
Yeah, Iannelli working his way up, and
we got a foul on Ifrah.
Foul away from the action. It's team second for Westwood. Schnorr on the entry. Casper. Under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Feeds it over Schnorr to Fatahi. Out now to Paharik. And Fatahi bobbles it, taken away by Jacobson.
Thought he wasn't expecting that pass inside.
Jacobson can't finish. Fatahi just able to keep it in bounds.
Good hands.
Schnorr up to Engel Chatton. Across to Paharik. I think the Hillers have to calm it down a little bit here. Taking it in.
Getting a little wild.
Yep. Paharik.
There we go.
Fatahi draws a foul. Well, Karosh Fatahi's been one of those good inside threats for the Hillers this season. Michael Noon on the foul. No good on the first.
Been a while since the Hillers have scored.
Yeah, it certainly has. I believe it was only, a couple minutes into the quarter they scored their last bucket? Oh, there's one. Ifrah with it. 15 seconds left to go in the quarter. Noon. Over to Weeman. Now back to Ifrah. Up for the three. No good. And Weeman with the rebound, bobbles it, and able to catch it is Dolabany. Then he draws the
foul. He's going to go to the line.
Did they call that offensive? Looks like they called it offensive.
Wow. All right, so we're seeing a pattern with these refs.
Yeah, they like the offensive calls. 1 second. And Baharek blocked by Noon to wrap up the first quarter. Well, not a pretty start for the Hillers.
I think they just called an out of bounds there, not a foul.
Oh, okay.
That probably makes more sense.
Yes.
But the referee did raise the closed hand at the whistle just to fool us. So Coach Keene called that timeout to slow down Westwood, and it seemed to have worked. They didn't score a whole lot after that, but the Hillers didn't take advantage of it. They couldn't score at all, Tom, after that. They just had the one free throw after the timeout.
Yeah, they went pretty cold in that first quarter for a large part of it, and that's not something you typically see them do. But we'll see if they come out into the second quarter, perhaps attempting more from beyond the arc, maybe get some of the three-point shooters involved. Let's take a look at the scoring totals so far for the first quarter. Nate Casper with 2, Evan Marazimi with 2, Karosh Fatahi with 1, Thomas Ingle-Chatton with 2 for Westwood, Eli Ifra with 4, Russell Dolabany with 5, Kyle Murray with 4, and Michael Noon with 3. Kyle Murray on the entry as we start the second quarter. And we are underway. Ifra feeds it over Dolabany. Now around the horn they go. Ifra, long 3, knocks it down. Look out for Eli Ifra, and he's just a freshman.
Wow, yeah, he was a step outside the line, too.
Casper around the defender, draws a foul.
He'll shoot 2 there.
Second foul on Ifra.
He's starting to fill up the stat sheet here. Points and fouls. 2 on him.
First of 2 is good. Casper 3 for 3 from the line so far. And he stays perfect. Taking it up, Colley. Fires it over to Murray. Now to Jacobson, back to Murray. Dolabany. Jacobson. And it was stripped out. Did we get a foul? Oof.
Yeah.
We get Nick Pahark. I guess it was some contact there, according to the official.
Yeah, it looked like he picked him clean.
I thought so. Colley. Jacobson. They feed it in, now back out to Murray. Murray with it. Tosses it across. Jacobson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Working his way down and blocked by Pantera is Weeman.
Good block by Pantera.
Baharek.
Patient offense, patient defense on that set.
Casper to Pantera, and now around the horn they go. Marazimi going to drive baseline, kicks it out. Up and no good. Nice, and good is Casper.
Nice floater. Now hopefully they can stack some offense up on top of each other and get some points on the board quickly.
Jacobson back to Colley. Outside of Weeman. Out of the corner, Dolabany, no good. And Pantera tried to pull it down. Murray got a hand on it. It's going to stay with Westwood.
And then they knocked it out of bounds, so it's going to be Hiller ball.
Dolabany had a nice save there, but...
Yeah, and he kind of lost it off his own leg after he gathered it.
Marazimi. Casper.
Really overloading the offense on the left side there with the man-to-man defense, widening this side of the court, wide open for open shots if they could get there. Ooh!
No good by Marazimi, then Casper takes a hard fall, collecting the rebound.
He got undercut there, by an accidental undercut. That's too bad. Looks like he's okay, though.
We'll get R.J. Cawley with his second foul. Team fifth for Westwood, both teams with 5 fouls apiece. Graham. Back to Casper. Takes it in. Nice feed of Pantera. Up and in he goes.
Great vision. He drove it in, took all 3 defenders, sucked to him. It left Pantera wide open under the basket, and he was able to see him and just drop it right to him. That's a great play.
Into the interior, Donegan. And now out to Jacobson for 3. No. Dolabany collects. The putback. Count it.
Nice rebound there by Dolabany.
Casper. Trying to feed it over. It's stripped away. Here goes Dolabany. Dolabany up and in. 4 quick points for Russell Dolabany, the senior.
Nice little spin move in the paint.
Casper. Hillers down by 10. Need to get some scoring going. Feeds it over Paharic. Back to Casper. Running out of time on the shot clock. Under 10. Stripped away. Cawley with it. To the rack. No. And it's Dolabany up and in.
Another good rebound and another little putback.
Westwood on a run.
I wouldn't mind us to see a timeout here.
I'd imagine we'll get one soon if this keeps up. Paharic to Pantera. In the Marazimi, stripped away by Cawley. Some good defense by Westwood. Murray surrounded by Hillers.
There you go, some Hiller defense right back.
There you go. Marazimi down the lane, draws the foul. It'll be team 6, and the guilty party is Max Jacobson, his first. Marazimi hits the first. 3 points for Evan. Marazimi, a junior. And he hits the second. Back to a 10-point game. Noon. Dolabany for 3. No good. And it's a rebound by Gannon. Kicks it back out. Dolabany now around the top of the perimeter. Up for 3. No good by Noon, but we have a foul on the rebound attempt.
Underneath the basket, it's going to be on Mirazimi. Loose ball foul under the basket. I shouldn't even say loose ball. Away from the basket. Away from the ball.
That's his third. He's going to have to be careful. And he's going to come out of the game, it appears. Fatahi coming back in. Murray on the entry. Feeds it up. And no good on the shot is Gannon. And a loose ball. Gannon collects out to Dolabany. Dolabany stripped away by Casper. Casper down the lane to the bucket. Yes.
Great defense there. Picked him clean. Took him right down on the end.
7 points for Casper.
Good layup.
Gannon feeds it underneath. No good, but grabbing his own rebound and putting it back is Donegan. That's no good. Fatahi has it. Schnorr. Casper. Over to the corner angle, Chatton for 3. Yes!
Dang, nice 3. From the corner, deep behind the backboard. I was wondering if he was going to get it, sneak it around the corner of the backboard or not.
Hiller is working their way back in, down by only 5. Donegan to Murray. Out of the corner, up goes Dolabany. Count it. Good response.
That's how you beat that zone defense that the Hillers run out there, is just shoot over it if you can.
Casper with the...
We're going to get an offensive foul. Another bucket that's denied.
They are stingy with the offensive fouls tonight. Or I should say the defensive fouls on drives down the lane.
That's 3 on Casper.
I don't know about that. That's a rough call, I think. Noon. Up top, Donegan. And Murray. Back to Donegan. He'll pitch it back. Noon. Westwood having trouble working their way into the interior. Now finds a way in. No good. Rebound. Gannon. Put back. No. Falls out. Fatahi collects and is able to get it away to Iannelli. Iannelli back to Fatahi.
And there's going to be a blocking foul right there. So there's one on the defense.
I was going to say, you can't call that one a charge. They're going to get Gannon with his first.
And we're in the bonus now for both teams.
On the front end of the 1-and-1, he hits. Fatahi 2 for 3 from the line. Now on the back end, yes.
All right, Hiller's slowly starting to creep back into it, using that zone defense that they run very well.
Noon feeds it over to Dolabany.
They'll be happy to let Westwood try to shoot over it if they can't penetrate.
Over to the left side, Murray gets it in. Donegan now underneath. And we're going to have a foul against the Hillers as Gannon went up for the layup.
Probably Fatahi, but it might be Angle Chatton.
It will be Fatahi, yep. 1-and-1.
That's his first.
Actually, they're giving him.
He's probably going to be shooting 2 there.
Yeah, that's 2. On the first of 2, no good. Knocks down the second. It's back to a 7-point Westwood lead. Iannelli. Angle Chatton. Fatahi. Cross now to Iannelli. Fatahi. Spins around the defender, up and no good.
Great spin move, great move. Too bad he couldn't get the shot to go down.
Donegan collected and Murray takes it up.
Yeah, Hiller's back on D, which is great.
Murray surrounded by Hillers.
Jump ball.
And
it's going to be Hiller ball.
Yep. Iannelli with it. Hits it over to Angle Chatton. Now Fatahi. Back to Iannelli. Under a minute left to go in the quarter. 10 left on the shot clock. Pantera tries to set a pick. And
stepped on the line. That'll be Hiller ball. Westwood player.
Brandon Donegan.
Donegan. Yeah, he was saving the ball, but his foot was on the line. We have 5 seconds on the shot clock here.
Pantera needs to get it in.
Yeah.
Fatahi. They need to shoot. Diesenroth. No good. It falls out. Fatahi trying to grab the rebound. And it's knocked out of bounds by Dolabany.
Great rebound with 2 Westwood players on either side of him. Came down strong with it because it ripped away, but it's still going to be Hiller ball. And they got a fresh shot clock here.
Iannelli in the Pantera.
There's a foul on Gannon there. He'll be shooting 1-and-1. Pantera.
That's going to be on Oliver Gannon, his second. On the front end, he hits. And he hits the back end.
Now, if the Hillers can get a stop here, come down and get another bucket before the end of the half, they'll be in good shape.
Gannon feeds back out. Now Murray Over to the wing, Noon for three. No. And if it knocked out of bounds, they're going to call it off of Fatahi.
It's going to stay Westwood ball. And that's exactly what the Hiller defense wants. Be stingy inside. They don't want Westwood to penetrate or get the ball in there. They'll be happy to let Westwood shoot from outside the three-point line all night if they want to.
Noon. Murray to the corner, driving down. Gannon feeds it over. Up,
nice
no
block.
Good on the shot by Donegan.
Great
and
block.
Fatahi has it.
8 seconds left in the half.
And Elliot Angle chatting. Decent rough. Stripped away. Ianelli picks it up, gets the shot off, but it's no good. And at the end of the first half, it's Westwood 29, Hillers 24. Hillers started off slow, but end up outscoring Westwood 17-8 in the second quarter. And there is going to be some halftime festivities, so we'll get you right to the halftime festivities.
Here we go. We got some big basketball going on tonight. Here we go. We're going to have some quick introductions for our unified team here. Our athletes, let's put it together. Our first is number 4, Jack Malone. Number 50, the big man, Julian Petro. Coming off the reserve bench, number 36, Ryder Peachon. The man of all men, here he is, number 23, Jacob Rocco. And the man that likes a really quiet introduction. I know you're tired, but ready to go. Karen Halliday. And our official tonight is Scotty Mackin. The team is coached by Coach Mullen and Coach Collins. Let's put your hand together for some real good times.
Hope everybody is enjoying the broadcast out there. We are at the half of this boys varsity matchup between Hopkinton and Westwood. Hillers trailing Westwood 29-24 right now. You're getting a glimpse at the Hopkinton High School Unified basketball team. And a good game going on out there. You saw Bianca Powell get honored in the pregame festivities as she was named the MIAA Student Athlete of the Month. Congratulations to Bianca, certainly well deserved, and you see her out there with the unified basketball team. But we are at the half for about the next 3 minutes or so, and then we'll resume with the second half of this boys varsity matchup. But for now, enjoy the unified basketball team.
Let's give it up for the unified team. Great job.
Thank you to everyone who entered the Class of 2023 50/50 raffle. We will now be drawing a winner, so take out your tickets and listen for your number.
a nice halftime show with the unified basketball team out there. You get your money's worth today at this Hopkinton Westwood battle.
Yeah, it's a twofer.
Absolutely. Let's take a look at the scoring totals in the second half. Hopkinton trailing Westwood 29-24 as we are just a couple minutes away from the third quarter. For the Hillers, Nate Casper with 8 points, Evan Marazimi with 4, Karosh Fatahi with 3, Thomas Inglechatton with 5, and Sam Pantera with 4. For the Westwood Wolverines, Eli Ifrah with 7, Russell Dolabany had 14 points, Kyle Murray had 4, Michael Noon with 3, and Oliver Gannon with 1 for Westwood. And we'll take a look at the TVL standings as we near the end of the season. We're in the final week or so of the season. Our next week's officially the last week. But in the TVL Large, you got Norwood at 15-2. They are currently beating Holliston, looking to improve to 16-2. Hopkinton is 11-4. Medfield is 11-4. Westwood is 9-7. Ashland 3-11. Holliston 2-14. In the TVL Small, Norton 13-4. Dover Sherborne 14-3. Medway 10-8. Dedham 7-12. Bellingham 5-12. Millis 3-13. So Westwood looking for their 10th win of the season. That would be a playoff clinching win with the state ranking system. They may get in anyhow, but of course you want to rack up as many wins as possible. And Hopkinton, they've already clinched the spot at 11-4, but looking to get some home court advantage into the postseason. And Wally, with the state format, home court is going to be very important in the postseason.
It always is. Whenever you can play in front of your home fans and feel the comforts of your own court, you know the lighting, you know the rims, everything helps that way.
And we are ready to start off the second half. Westwood will have possession in their away green jerseys, working left to right across your screen. Kyle Murray on the entry, over to Colley, and we are underway in this third quarter. Colley feeds it into Dolabany, now out to the corner, up for three is Gannon, no good. Inglechatton with the rebound. Casper, Fatahi. Back to Casper now. Fatahi trying to get it underneath, and it was knocked away by Dolabany. And it will go Westwood's way.
Yeah, good defense. Fatahi was looking for a cutter going back door, couldn't get the ball to him. Not that it was his fault. Defense was right on it.
Murray. Over to the short corner, Donegan. Back out to Murray. Dolabany. Over to Colley. Colley gets it over. Along the wing, Murray. Running out of time on the shot clock, 3 seconds. No good. Fatahi pulls it down.
Yeah, good defense by the Hillers there, making them use up the entire shot clock and then getting the rebound.
Casper. Inglechatton now up for the jumper. Draws a foul.
It's going to be on Murray. That's his first.
Inglechatton so far with 5 points, his first appearance at the line tonight, and he hits the first. And the second. Well, free throw shooting has been one of the strongest parts of the Hillers game this season. It could end up being very important in this one because I have a feeling we're going to have a close finish, Wally.
I agree.
Up for three. Knocks it down. Colley. There goes Casper. Takes it in around the defender. No good. Rebound Westwood. Donegan collects. Up for the jumper. No good is Noon and out of play.
Westwood's trying to get up on the break so they can get shots that aren't so far out due to the zone defense that the Hillers are playing. They want to set up, get a shot before the Hillers can get back on D.
Casper, Engel chatting. Fatahi now. Back out to Casper, who calls it out. Takes it in. Paharic for three. No good. Westwood collects. Kyle Murray there. Colley feeds it out. Back to Colley now. Now Noon. Murray. And it's knocked out by Donegan. Battle for it. Picked up by Paharic.
Oh, good look up. Good outlet pass.
Casper stripped away. Back and forth we go here with the turnovers. Dolabany.
Blocking foul here.
Yep.
On Paharic.
That's his second. Murray inbounds. Dolabany trying to feed it underneath. Stolen away by Casper. Casper through the defenders. Can't finish. Donegan collects and quickly gets it away as he was contested by Pantera. Three from the corner. No good by Murray.
Chased his own rebound down. Good hustle.
And knocking it down, Dolabany. He has 17 points.
Yeah, that was a nice shot. Right in rhythm. Caught it. Right in rhythm and let it fly.
You're going to have to keep an eye on Dolabany tonight. He is knocking him down.
He's hot. Timeout Hillers here. Stop the bleeding again.
Well, it seems like whenever the Hillers work their way back in, Westwood just knocks down a couple threes and takes the lead right back.
Yeah, they've shot well from downtown.
The Hillers will have their regular season finale next Tuesday as they take on Wayland. It'll be a 5 p.m. start to that game. And we have more boys basketball this Friday. We'll have the JV game against Medfield at 3:30 and the freshman game against Medfield at 5 p.m. as well. So you'll get to see their home finales. The next Monday, we have the girls hockey finale against Ursuline Academy at 6 p.m. Tuesday, boys hockey at 12:30 against Hudson. Boys basketball at 5 p.m. against Wayland. And then we wrap up the regular season on Wednesday, February 23rd, with boys hockey against Ashland. And, of course, we'll have all the playoff action we possibly can for you. Evan Marazimi on the entry. Tom Nappy, Wally Henneberry, happy to be with you on the call. Andy Ritz, our one-man crew tonight. He could do it all. Marazimi feeds it back. Iannelli now to Paharic, up for three. No good. Iannelli collects the loose ball. Marazimi, no good. Well, the Hillers starting to get a little cold, Wally.
Yeah, they got to settle down, try to set their offense and get the shots they want.
Colley feeds it in. Donegan from the elbow knocks it down.
That's just what they don't want, to have someone get inside the zone defense and score.
Engel chatting. And Ellie now. Around the defender, and he draws the foul. Almost had the shot.
Yeah, that almost went down. That would have been a nice looking play.
That's going to be on R.J. Colley's third. Hits the first. The Hillers are shooting 10 for 12 from the line so far tonight.
That's good. Yeah, we got to keep it up over 75%.
And I jinxed them.
Yep.
Dolabany collects, now taking it up Noon. Ifra with it. Feeds it in. Crowd getting the chanting going. Ifra for three. No good. And the Hillers have it. It was batted by Schnorr and collected by Marazimi. Hyman with it. Marazimi up for the jumper. No, it falls out. There's been a lot of those tonight for the Hillers.
He sure has. Those mid-range jumpers just aren't going down.
Out over to Dolabany for three. Oh, boy.
Wow.
20 points for Russell Dolabany, the senior.
We still have plenty of time left in the third.
Schnorr. Up and no good. Collected by Donegan. Here goes Ifra, feeds it over. Noon up and in.
Yeah, the Hillers really didn't have their defense set up there. Noon took it right in the vacant area. There was no defenders there.
And we get a well-needed timeout call, I think, with 2:39 left to go in the third quarter. Hillers trailing by 15. And typically we're used to seeing this Hillers team start off very fast in the second half. Not so much tonight.
Right. Yeah, they had battled back to a 5-point deficit at halftime, and it's ballooned to 15 now.
And that's courtesy of a trifecta of threes from Westwood. R.J. Colley knocking down one, and then Russell Dolabany hitting for a couple.
Yeah, he's shooting really well.
I think they're going to have to maybe get more aggressive defensively on Dolabany.
Yeah, they might have to do something, roll the zone toward him or even put a man on him.
Russell Dolabany, the team leader for Westwood with 20 points. For the Hillers, Nate Casper, the team leader with 8. And I'd imagine we'll see some more of Nate Casper soon if the Hillers need to come up with some quick points.
Yeah, they're going to have to do something because this game is on the verge of getting away from them.
Pantera up top, feeds it over. Iannelli driving in. Oh, can't finish.
Nice move. Way to penetrate.
Dolabany also with a number of rebounds for Westwood as well. Up for the three. No good there. And we have a foul. It is going to be against Westwood. Didn't quite catch who it was on. We'll wait for the score.
No, I didn't either.
Oh, there it is. It's going to be on Andrew Weeman. Full court pressure now by the Wolverines. There's Casper. Casper waiting for the Hillers to open things up underneath. Now Hyman. There's a little bump there. Casper drives down. Yes, there you go. 10 points for Nate Casper. Noon feeds it over to Ifra. Into the interior now, Weeman. Back out to Ifra. Weeman driving down.
Oh, it's a travel.
Good defense by Marazimi.
Yeah, a little trick. Weeman thought Marazimi was right on his back and he was going to lean into him. Marazimi took a half a step back and there was no one there when he leaned back. He lost his balance.
Casper with it. Marazimi setting a pick. Casper driving in and draws a foul. Team fourth for Westwood. They get Max Jacobson with his second.
Yeah, the guards are getting a little more aggressive on driving to the basket here since the timeout.
No good. That's his first miss from the strike tonight. He's 4 for 5. was going to mention what he was before that, but I didn't want to jinx him.
You think you did just by thinking it.
Apparently it did anyway. Ifra. Dolabany feeds it in. Back out to Ifra, up for three. And it falls out. And then we have a foul on the rebound attempt. It looks like on Angle Chatton. I thought he just spiked the ball. I didn't see any contact there. But the officials have a better view than I do. You know, on the entry, Noon. Ifra. Over to the corner, up for three. Knocking it down, Michael Noon. He has 8 points tonight.
Again, another example when the zone kind of got out of shape and they exploited it for an open shot.
Marazimi over to Casper. Now Graham. Marazimi driving in, and he'll draw a foul.
Oh, I was holding my breath thinking that was going to go an offensive foul.
I felt the same way. It's going to be the second on Wieben. Hits the first. He's 3 for 3 from the line. Evan Marazimi, 5 points tonight. Make it 6. 14-point game with 41 seconds left in the quarter.
All right, good. Here comes some full court pressure defense.
And a nice job there by Marazimi.
I like seeing them changing it up a little bit. And it looks like they're in a man-to-man at this point, which is kind of nice. Like I said, I like to see him change it up a little bit.
Ifra. Feeds it in, and we have a kickball. We'll go back to the Hillers. Well, Wieben try to pick it up and got a bit of the foot on it. Casper. 15 seconds left in the quarter. Decent Roth. Back to Casper. Driving down, up for the jumper. No. Batted in the air, taken by Angle Chet, and the putback, no. And now Westwood has it. And that'll do it for the quarter. Noon able to hang on to it for dear life until that buzzer sounded. And at the end of 3, it is Westwood 45, the Hillers 31. Hopkinton really needs to get the offense going now, Wally.
Yeah, they sure do. They called that timeout. They were down 15, and since then they've been able to manage to lower the deficit by 1 point, which is too bad. So, yeah, they don't have a whole lot of time to do what they need to do here.
Well, in the first quarter, they were outscored 16-7. Then in the second quarter, they outscored Westwood 17-8. In the third quarter, they were outscored 16-7.
Back and forth. Yeah.
Perhaps it's a pattern. I guess we'll see.
Could be. No, I hope the Hillers kind of do what they just started to do in that last minute and a half or so. Change things up on defense. Even though the zone really works well for them, change it to a man-to-man. You don't have to go man-to-man every single time, but just something to give Westwood something else to think about, and maybe the full court press here and there too. I think would really kind of jumpstart them on offense, creating turnovers and whatever to get things going.
Yeah, they're going to need to be aggressive to get back into this game. They're scoring leaders for both sides. Russell Dolbaney for Westwood with 20 points. Nate Casper for the Hillers with 10. Hopkinton will have possession to start off this fourth quarter. Angle Chatton into Casper. Casper turns it around to Ram for 3. No good. And collected by Donegan. Colley trying to work Casper. Donegan feeds it over Dolbaney. Feeds it in and no good. And almost taken back by Donegan. Casper kicks it out. Decent rot for three. No. And collected by Donegan. Donegan has collected a lot of rebounds tonight for Westwood.
Yeah, he sure has. So here the Hillers are in their man-to-man defense, hopefully trying to get a little spark.
Dolabany trying to feed it underneath, and it's picked off by Casper. Here he goes, and he'll draw a foul, and the shot falls in.
Great play, great play. Good steal down the other end. Great layup, great aggressive attacking of the hoop, and he gets the foul and the hoop.
That's going to be the fourth on Colley. Team 6 for Westwood, so the Hillers will likely have some free throw opportunities in this quarter.
Yeah, one more, and they're going to be shooting the rest of the way.
On the shot, no good.
You got to hit those free throws. It's starting to cool off a little bit from the line.
Yeah, Casper, he's missed 3 straight, and we have another steal by Casper. Here he goes down the lane. Wow. Looked like there was contact, but no call. Colley takes it up. And we'll get a Westwood timeout.
Yeah, Westwood doesn't want the Hillers to even get a sniff of a comeback here. They're going to call a timeout right now.
Well, we know how quick this Hillers team can score, and they're down by 12, but if they open it up, they could get right back in this.
Yeah, if their defense really, like they've already seen how the man-to-man defense is kind of giving problems to Westwood. They've kind of gotten used to that zone, and they're trying to pass, down in the lane, and the Hiller man-to-man defense is there ready for it. So they've already gotten 2 turnovers out of it. If they can keep that up, and then maybe the full court press, a couple of quick baskets, now you're under 10 points, and now you've got something to build on.
You keep getting those steals from Nate Casper, you could end up back in this game relatively quickly.
Right.
.638 left to go in the fourth quarter. Westwood up by 12 in a crucial TVL large matchup.
I think you'd like to get the lead down under 10 with about before 5 minutes to go.
The entry is Max Jacobson. Into Noon. Noon back to Gannon. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Noon takes it in and finishes.
Oh, that's a big basket for them.
Casper, Fatahi, Paharik for 3. No good. Pantera with the rebound, and we have a foul.
Foul, I think, on the Hillers.
It looks like they're going to get Pantera. That's his first, team third.
I'd like to see the Hillers get more 2-pointers and settling for 3-pointers at this point in the game. There's plenty of time left. You don't need to go for the home run ball every time.
Ooh, and a mishandle there by Noon.
And that's that full court pressure causing another turnover.
A little too much heat on that pass from Donegan. Casper with it. Casper takes it in, out to Fatahi. Engel chatting, back to Casper. Down the lane, and he draws a foul. They're going to get Max Jacobson. It's his third.
All right, let's see if he can get back on track from the line here.
Oof.
Tired legs. Hit the front of the rim on the free throws. Got to dig deep here.
Yep. He looks tired. He's been in there almost all game.
Right. That's how you can kind of see the fatigue on the free throws.
I think you are going to have to give him a breather at some point in this fourth quarter. No good. Collected by Jacobson. And now Noon feeds it back to Jacobson. Oh, missed
travel. Yeah. Yeah, with Casper showing fatigue right here, you run the risk of also having him commit fouls on defense. When he can't move his feet, he's going to start reaching. So, yeah, you might want to get him just 30 seconds even on the bench would be enough.
And he fed it over to Marazimi, and we have an elbow call. It is going to be against Westwood. That's going to be against Dolabany. That's his first.
All those points and no fouls.
Yeah.
All that clean living.
Front end, no good. Jacobson collects, feeds it up.
We got a foul on Mirazimi. That's going to be his fourth.
On the entry for Westwood, it'll be Max Jacobson. Goes backcourt to Noon. And stripped away by Casper. Wide open break down the lane, up and in. Count it.
Good thing he wasn't on the bench for that.
I guess he still has a few bursts of energy left.
Yeah, still a little spring. Oh.
And Westwood responds nicely. Brandon Donegan. Back to a 14-point game. Marazimi for three, and he knocks it down. Well, the Hillers know they need to turn up the tempo offensively. Here we go. Jacobson feeds it up to Dolabany. Now up top, Donegan. Back to Jacobson out of the corner. Noon. "12 seconds left on the shot clock. Gannon. Dolabany up for three. Knocks it down.
Wow, that's a tough shot. Guy right in his face. That's a big one, too. I was hoping we could get the lead down under 10 here.
Marazimi out to Fatahi. Fatahi able to hang on. Drives down, lost it. Taken away by Donegan.
That's a tough one right there. Possessions are starting to become precious, and it's tough to give them away like that.
Noon. Gannon. Dolabany drives baseline. Finishes. 25 points for Russell Dolabany. And things are looking good for Westwood, who leads by 16 with 3:49 left. Still time, but the Hillers, they just they need to put a stop to this Westwood scoring and get some scoring going of their own.
They sure do. Just like you said earlier, right when the Hillers seem like they're getting right back in it, Westwood just puts the foot to the floor again, and off they go.
And we have some TVL updates for you. Dover Sherborne boys leading Norton at the half, 25-19. And a girls hoop update. Medfield leading Ashland 34-17 at the half. And we also have a final. The Hiller girls fell to Westwood on the road 50-31. So tough loss for the Lady Hillers. And also Dover Sherborne girls leading Norton at the half 36-26. 3:49 left to go in this one. Westwood leading 54-38, and the story of the game, it's really been Russell Dolabany, 25 points.
Yeah, that's a lot of points, and he's shooting really well, especially that last one, falling away three-pointer with a guy in his face and nothing but net.
And Nate Casper has been really the only offensive spark in this fourth quarter besides the Marazimi three.
Yeah, he's really doing all he can on defense and offense to carry them here in the fourth.
Casper kicks it out. Schnorr, Marazimi. Diesenroth feeds it underneath. Pantera kicks it out. Marazimi for three. No. Batted away, collected by Murray. Murray takes it down, rejected! What a block by Marazimi.
What a fantastic block by Marazimi. Gets up off the ground first, elevates, and then swats it away. Great timing.
That's the famous get that out of here block.
Right.
Noon. Underneath, up and in, Donegan.
Great pass there. Good vision to see the guy wide open under the hoop.
Casper And Casper responds. 3 minutes left to go. It's a 16-point Westwood lead. Up top, Gannon, and he fumbles it, and now lands on it, and trying to get it away. Diesenroth picks it up. That was quite a sequence.
Yeah.
Casper.
Blocking foul. Again, that could have, I was hoping they weren't going to call that offensive.
What?
So that's going to be on Donegan.
That is his first. Yeah, I feel like if that was in the first half, they might have called that offensive.
Absolutely. We saw 3 or 4 like that in the first half that went against the offense.
On the first, no good. Casper has 16 points so far.
Like I said, so the fatigue is starting to show up around the edges, like on the free throw line, front rim. But you can't blame him.
Yep, especially from Nate Casper. He's been all over the floor tonight and hasn't spent a lot of time on the bench at all. But right now, they need him.
They sure do, on offense and defense.
And you know, he wants to be out there. Dolabany feeds it underneath. Up and in goes Kyle Murray. Schnorr, Marazimi. Along the baseline, yes.
Great take. Really aggressive take to the hoop of baseline. And had to go up. He was behind the backboard, had to go up and lean out and get it over, and he gets the contact.
He might have got a little shooken up there. A hard fall. That's going to be the third on Oliver Gannon.
After a move like that, he'll shake that off pretty easy.
And Iannelli coming in for Casper. And he knocks down the and one.
Nice three-point play there. Nice way to finish it, too.
Up the near side, Marazimi just able to keep it in.
Good steal, saves it. Too bad no one was there to pick it up for him.
Right. Yeah, the only one there was Brandon Donegan for Westwood. Noon. Right now, Westwood just trying to burn some clock. Nice feed. And we have a foul. Murray draws the contact.
I think it's going to be on
That was on Engel Chatton. Yeah. His second, team fifth. Murray hits the first. He has 7 points tonight. Kyle Murray in his senior year, and Hiller's going to make some substitutions. Nate Carson and Matt Kaufman into the game. And also Alex Smith.
Zimi really came on late. He's sitting down now with 12 points.
And Murray hits both. Both teams subbing out the starters.
Yeah, substituting liberally now.
Iannelli feeds it over. And it is picked up by Kaufman, able to get it out. Smith feeds it up. Up for three. No good there by Carson. And collected by Brian Cole for Westwood. Well, it's looking like the Wolverines going to come away with this one, Wally. But,
yeah, it does. Ooh, nice block. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's the Hillers' night.
Yeah, just not their night tonight. And hats off to Westwood. They just shot really good, especially Russell Dolabany.
Yeah, he was spectacular.
Yeah, 25 points. Here goes Smith. Oh, that travel.
He's lucky he traveled, because if he didn't, they were going to get him for an offensive foul.
There's no travel charge call.
Yeah, you get him with the double.
Sean Callahan on the entry. And it's stripped away by Iannelli. Feeds it out. Paharic up top now to Smith. Now over to Carson. Around the horn they go. Iannelli drives in and draws a foul.
Good sequence there for Iannelli. Good defense on the floor, picks up the loose ball, gets it around to his teammates. He ends up with it and takes it to the hole and gets the foul.
Well, the Hillers going to fall to 11-5 on the season. Westwood will improve to 10-7. Certainly a tough loss, but you pick yourself up and dust yourself off and get ready for Wayland.
Right, you're glad you're already...
Or actually, they have Medfield Friday on the road, which is a big game.
You're glad you're already in the playoffs. This is a big win for Westwood, though.
Certainly is. They're a talented team. Hurley for three. Knocks it down. Westwood bench erupting there. Carson steps back, thought about it. Iannelli for three, rejected, but is able to get the loose ball. Now Paharic driving in. No. Loose ball. Westwood has it. Collected by Callahan. Swatted back to Callahan by Hurley, who saves it from going out of bounds.
We're going to get a foul here with 33 seconds left.
It's a good hustle out there.
It's going to be on Iannelli, his first.
David driving in, feeds the corner.
Oh, we got to travel down there.
Back to the Hillers it goes. Jack Iannelli, he's a player that has gained more and more playing time throughout the season. Kaufman over to Carson. Iannelli. Over to Smith. Long two. No good. Batted in the air. Out of bounds it goes. It'll stay with the Hillers. We'll play out the final 6 seconds. And we get a foul.
We're going to get a foul with 5 seconds to go.
It'll be on Brian Cole, his first. And he hits the first. That Kaufman getting into the scorebooks. And the second falls out. Wrapped up. And that's going to do it. The Westwood Wolverines come away with an impressive 63-47 win against the Hillers. And the Hillers put up 16 points in the fourth quarter, but it would not be enough as Westwood was able to match +2 with 18 of their own. Wally, a tough loss, but you played a good Westwood team, and you can't win them all. But
right.
Hopefully you could respond on Friday in Medfield.
Yeah, hopefully they can take what they saw here and turn it around. We saw some good things happen, but they're a little bit of tough night, little things that they need to clean up before Friday night.
Yeah, and the shooting, I think, was an issue tonight. It was ice cold for a long stretch of time, and against a team like Westwood, that's not going to help you win too often.
Right. When you're shooting poorly and Westwood is shooting really well, that's a recipe for a loss.
Well, that is going to do it for us, for our crew, the one-man band Andy Ritz, my broadcast partner Wally Henneberry. I'm Tom Nappy. The final score for the final time, Westwood defeats Hopkinton 63-47. This has been a Hopkinton Hillers Boys Varsity Basketball on HCAM. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.